Wrong there, really.
Neil Robertson to break.
And we should point out that that's Neil Robertson's 50th century of the season, just one behind Judd Trump in the overall standings this term. So these guys have shown us they can score, and it's Neil Robertson who's made the bigger breaks, but it really is tight and tense now.
An opening tempter. Great shot. Nice kiss on the blue. The reds are as nicely opened up as you could expect off the break-off. What can he make of it? It's a great chance.
Yeah, I did say if you're leading 5-3, you just want one chance. He didn't have any chance in the previous frame, but what a way to start this frame. Every chance he could knock a good few in here, because there's, let's have a look, there's still 4 reds available. And the game is like that. If a player starts struggling, sometimes the opponent struggles. When one starts playing well, the other does.
15.
Didn't want to be messing around with the pack there. It was a wrong angle on the black.
22.
If he does get a chance to go into the pink, he's got to be very careful of a 2-ball plant into the left corner. It would appear like that's... It might be a plant. So... that would be asking for trouble. Not guaranteed it would go, but it looks pretty tight. There's other ways to go about this. Obviously, still a loose red. At least one loose red. Looks like 2. He's gone for the one on the back of the pack. Struck that beautifully. Don't think he can shift any reds from this shot. So he's going to be left with a nasty looking pack at the back. And this is where Judd Trump's cue power comes in very handy indeed. Should he so wish, he can power a ball in, stun the cue ball into the far red of those 3. Could play a controlled screw back across the front, or he can leave him alone. Choices. It's never nice to leave it to the last minute to go into the pack. I assume he spotted the 2-ball plant.
35.
Well, the fact he's finished where he has, he might be able to go into the pack off 2 cushions. Side and top cushion with lots of top spin, and left-hand side into the pack. That's what he's playing. And that looks pretty good. How's your luck? He's got one up into the corner pocket past the blue.
40.
Bit of pressure on this one, though.
Yeah, never easy to get a leave from that path. It's a sort of last resort path to try and open up the pack. So, this could be a match winner.
Wow, Judd stayed down on the shot. He thought it wasn't going to drop. It wobbled a few times.
Temptation to go into the pack, but he's got a loose red to the left of the pink. He could screw around off 2 cushions for that. It's tough to go into these reds. Short of pace, isn't he? Well short of pace, unless that bottom red goes.
48.
He's mishit that by a couple of foot. Yeah. Totally out of position.
Wow.
Just under hit. Bit of tension.
Huge
Yeah.
margin for error.
Massive
there,
margin
Steve.
of error, yeah. Further down the table, erring on that side was much more desirable. You really did tense up on that shot. So, 48-point lead, yes, but the counter-attack always on. He could have played a
Judd Trump,
thin
48.
red and tried to knock the black to the top cushion there.
Touching ball.
Possibly.
Touching ball.
He's got one red safe.
Has he hit it hard enough to get in behind the green? No. Bit of a let off there for Judd. When you've got a touching ball, you've got to find a better safety place than that. So Neil Robertson at the stage now where any miss could put him out of this year's Masters.
Well, Judd cooked that a bit thick, so he's left a chance for Neil. Fantastic shot. And also screwed the cue ball back for position on the blue. What a counter punch this would be. Just about. Perhaps the red at the back goes. Yes, it
6.
does. Thought he was having to hold for the one to the left.
Seven. $14. $15.
I mean, who'll ever forget their match in 2016? It went to a deciding
22.
frame, 6-5 to Judd. Well, listen, you could still have a one-frame shootout here. A lot to do for the Australian, but the
23.
chances there.
Well, Neil Robertson's a proven champion. He's won all the big three. You'd expect at some stage the pride of the player coming into the equation. The adrenaline levels are obviously ramping up. And he's come straight on that. That's not good. The dreaded straight on the ball. And you're in a trap. Either side, you've got options. Now what does he do? Not ideal at all. He's got himself back in it a bit, but this was a great
30.
chance to win the frame.
He's going to play this in a way that he won't leave anything, only the red he's taking on. No, it's a long way out. Never even got it in the jaws, and the red's coming back
Neil
up the
Robertson,
table.
30.
It should have been a shot for nothing, but he didn't get close to the pot. Is that his last shot in this year's Masters?
He must be putting side spin on the ball without knowing. A long way out.
Well, someone decides to walk out of the seat and just walk across in front of Judd's line of sight.
31.
Doesn't necessarily need that red on the top cushion. It's not the easiest of shots to get on the red.
Yeah,
But he made it, yeah.
Two high value
Yeah.
colours, Steve, would be enough, wouldn't it?
He made that shot look easy. Tense moments now for Judd Trump. He's on the
5.
brink. This red pots into the left corner. He doesn't have to do much to get over the line here.
3 semi-finals he has been in at the Masters. A couple more pots away from reaching his first ever final. This will put him 37 in front with only 35 remaining. So he'd want to get on that last red in behind it so as he could just roll it along the cushion, and then he's over the winning line. Needs to make sure of this, though. If he rolls it along the cushion, he doesn't want to leave it over the pocket. It's just one snooker that's needed.
It's Neil Robertson's last hope. That if Judd Trump goes for the pot, he misses. And it's in. Whoa! The relief on his face.
20.
He looked up to the heavens there. I don't think he'll play any naughty snooker here. I think it'll be a straightforward, just potting the balls.
22. 24.
And the feeling inside for a player
27.
reaching his first ever Masters final. It's a bit special, and what a final we're in for. Judd
31.
Trump against the Rocket. You won't want to miss that tomorrow.
36.
Neil Robertson. Had a couple of century breaks, but didn't play at his best. It was a little bit of a bizarre
42.
match at some times. But Neil Robertson has played his part, but in the end,
49.
Judd Trump, even though Neil made 2 centuries, runs out a winner by 6 frames to 4, and he acknowledges this fantastic Alexander Palace crowd. Well played to both players.
He's done it. His 4th semi-final appearance in 9 goes in this Masters, and he's through to the final at last. But by gum, was that a struggle tonight, guys. In the end, it was that wonderful opening red from Neil Robertson in the counter-attack, but thereafter he left himself straight on a black, and that was really his undoing here, Stephen.
This is all that Neil will be thinking about tonight when he goes back, when he looks back at this match. How is the reason he's lost his final frame is just it's just, well, we're going to see Judd Trump's. This is the magnificent safety shot, but he had just a shot you play with your eyes shut. He just has to roll the red on, get any angle on the black you fancy him to clear up, but he's inexplicably has landed straight in the black. Incredible.
Well, that's the one moment I think that Judd Trump will really savour, because it's going down as one of the shots of the championship, that fantastic safety. But he's on his way to us. And how will he reflect on that performance tonight, do you think?
Well, you could see the relief, you know, and the joy. You know, he just wanted it. And even that last red that he played, he didn't want to roll it over the pocket in case he missed it. And Neil got back in and got a chance. But what a relief. And delighted for Judd Trump. It was, you know, to get into his first final and to play Ronnie, of course, it's a huge occasion for him. And I think we've got a mouth-watering prospect in store for us.
I think we do.
Yeah, yeah.
Neil certainly gave him a run for his money with those 2 centuries to go 4-5, but held himself together well in the end, didn't he?
Yep, he did. There was a lot of poor stuff tonight from both players. There was a lot of misses, you know, we couldn't believe. Or gasping here, but yeah, he held himself together really well. Whenever Neil came back at him, he was always able to find that little extra gear, just to keep some distance between him
Here he
and Neil.
comes. Well done, Judd.
Congratulations.
4 goes at it. You're over the line. You're into your first Masters final. It was a nervy old night, wasn't it?
It was a horrible game in the end. I think, we were both missing easy balls. There was a lot of pressure out there. I think, especially for me, wanted to get to sort of my first final here at my 4th attempt. So it was just building up, and then towards the end, I couldn't even hold my cue. So I was just trying to pot every ball, and then I potted the black, fell short, and I thought he was going to clear up at the end.
Yeah, it was a great start, 2-0, then that weird third frame, and suddenly he was back in the match. He makes the century, and all bets are off at that point.
Yeah, I think the third frame was quite important. I think it was sort of the frame I've been winning this week, and if it goes 3-0, I've got full of confidence, possibly 4-0, and it's an easy night. But I think at some point in the Masters, you're going to get a little bit of bad run here and there, and you've just got to deal with it. I think it happened so early in the match that I think after that I just had to get it out of my head.
We're so used to watching you play, like attacking, brilliant pots, naughty snooker, really. But your best shot of the night was a safety shot.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's happening a bit too often now, isn't it?
We're going to show it here. Incredible shot. You took a bit of time thinking about it, didn't you?
I was in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
If I hit that wrong, I was probably going to stick the frame up, and couldn't have hit it any better, and it's just won me the frame in the end. Yeah.
Couldn't have hit with that much
It
better.
put you 5-3 in front, but we were wondering at what point you were maybe thinking back. A year ago, you had a big lead there. You let that one go against Kyron. How difficult to block that sort of stuff and just keep your mind on the job tonight?
It's quite easy, I think. That's sort of been and gone for me. I've learnt from that, and I think just at the time I just had to play the balls out there. 1 minute I felt perfect, then I play a shot and my arms start shaking. I can't pot a ball after that. So I think it was so topsy-turvy. I think I'm just happy with the way I dealt with missing a lot of easy balls. Normally it sort of gets to me, and I start thinking about my cueing and stuff like that, but I just sort of try to put it to the back of my head.
Can I just quickly ask, you know the 10 minutes you get before you start the match on the match table, you've taken it every single match. What do you think you're getting from that, and are you going to do it tomorrow?
Today I think was the most important one because it had just been recloth. So I think every game I think I've gone 2-0 in front. I think so. It's sort of ingrained in my head now. I think obviously I'm going to stick to that. Yeah. It probably doesn't give me any advantage, but I just feel like I'm going out there from the very first shot now, and how he's going to react if I've got to play a deep screw or something, and just minor things really.
I think you'd be pleased more with the sixth frame, with the really good clearance, and the way you held yourself. We could see the relief, like in that last frame, just when you potted that last red, because you didn't want to roll it over the pocket, did you? You know?
No, I think as I've come on the green to screw down for the third last red, I'm thinking everyone's probably screaming, just drop the blue and you're guaranteed to finish on the 2 balls. And I'm thinking the white could literally go anywhere at this point. If I get into it too far, I don't get into it, everyone's going to have a go at me for not taking the blue, which is the right shot. But I hit it well. You've
done it. You're in a final. It's the second final of the season, actually, against Ronnie. I just wonder how much you really look forward to playing him, particularly after that great win over him at the Northern Ireland Open just a month or so ago.
Yeah, it's good playing him because obviously he's had a tremendous season. He's more consistent than he's ever been. But obviously you look on TV and you always kind of pick faults with how the other players are playing him and stuff like that. So it's nice to be the one that he has to get past to win this trophy, because you're always thinking, oh, I could beat him there, I'd clear up from there. So I've got to go out and prove that now. You got a good, strong record against him as well. In finals, Judd, you've won 4 out of 7 against Ronnie, so a lot to be confident about, I suppose. yeah, I don't think there's probably many other players in the game that have got a sort of on-top record against him. I've beat him more than he's beat me in a final. I think, yeah, I sort of thrive on the atmosphere, and hopefully I sort of deal with the pressure better than I did today. Just go out and relax and try and enjoy it.
We're really looking forward to this. Well done again, Judd. Thank you so much for dropping by tonight. And a tremendous lineup, I think, for the Masters final tomorrow. We've got double session, double the entertainment, 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock. That is your Sunday all sorted. Thanks for being with us, and good night.